Okay, so if we could start, if you could just give, if possible, a brief description of AMCHAM de Mexico's membership.
Oh, sure. The AMCHAM de Mexico has around 1,500 members in Mexico. Mostly U.S. companies doing business in Mexico,
Okay.
but it also includes Mexican companies and from other countries. We do not have as a requirement to be a U.S. company. What the requirement is really to be a company that is engaged in international business and mainly doing business with the U.S.
Right, okay, yeah.
So we have around 30% of all the labor in Mexico. I mean, all of our members. They hire about 30% of all the labor in Mexico, and I would say that 70% of all the foreign investment are members of the American Chamber.
So are the Mexican companies, are they concentrated in Mexico City, or are they spread out throughout the country?
They spread out. We do have two other offices, branches. We have one in Guadalajara and one in Monterrey, and also we have a good number of membership there, and doing the same kind of things, also including companies from Mexico, US, and other countries.
Right, fantastic. How does the current membership list compare to 10 or 15 years ago? How does the current membership list compare?
I think it's very good. Financially, we are a very solid chamber, and we are working in new strategies to attract new members and to prevent some members to leave the chamber. Sometimes small members, small companies, belong to the chamber for 1 year and then they leave, or because they have a specific target and they cannot continue paying or something, and they leave the chamber. But we have a whole strategy directed to attract new members.
Have you diversified into different sectors?
Yes, we have mostly all sectors included in the chamber. We have automobile, chemistry, finance, railroads, of course, food, the department stores. All of the different sectors are included there.
Right. Okay. How active is AMCHAM in lobbying the federal Congress?
We do make some lobbying with the federal government here and also in Washington. I was just in Washington, D.C. a few weeks back, talking with some U.S. authorities and some congressmen regarding specific concerns that our companies have with the U.S. And in Mexico, with the specific issues, we do lobby with the different authorities. We invite to our board meetings every month one member of the cabinet or governor or congressman.
Could you give an example of a specific legislative reform that you're currently
lobbying? Yeah, well, we have been very, very active on the protection of trademarks. We are very active on that area. We are very active also in security. I mean, an active mean dealing with the different authorities, having committees of making analysis and studies on the situation, and attending with the different authorities.
Okay. So are there any, besides security, are there any big issues that AMCHAM will be prioritizing for 2011? For 2011,
we foresee that it's going to be a good year for business in Mexico. Of course, we would like to see that, and we are targeting, labor. We are targeting tax. Those are the main issues we can see right now.
Right. Okay. So you have relatively high expectations for the economy next year.
Yes. Well, taking into consideration that this year has been a very good year, also recovering has been working fine in Mexico, and so we expect this trend to continue hopefully the next year also.
Fantastic. Okay. Are there any particular sectors of the economy that you think could help drive recovery after the downturn?
Automobile has been one of them. One of the most important. I think it's one of the most important because the increase on exports that they are having right now from Mexico, and I think that has helped a lot to the economy. Metal also, steel.
Okay. What about renewable energy?
Well, we do have. We call it as an ecological committee. We are participating this year on the event in Cancun, the international event, as American Chamber, and because we are very, very much committed on that. We are also working on hopefully to be able to provide these carbon certificates. We are working directly, in this case with my company that I represent, with Kansas City Southern de Mexico, to see if the American Chamber could start providing these certificates to those companies that really do something good for the environment.
Fantastic, that's great. Going back to foreign investment that you mentioned earlier, how does foreign investment compare with recent years, and perhaps with your expectations? Has it been affected by security issues? Or?
I think not as we expected. We haven't seen at least in the chamber that a company leaves the chamber leaves Mexico because of that situation.
Yeah.
And we continue to see a lot of investment. My own company is investing this year around $140 million, and Walmart, to mention one of the largest, is investing. You see the automobile industry is also investing in Mexico.
Yeah.
So yes, there is a lot of confidence on what we can do and reach. And of course, there is an issue on security that every company is taking care and looking to how it improves.
But private investment in general is doing okay, is it?
The way I see it, yes, yes, and like I said, we cannot oversee that there's an issue in security, but still that hasn't prevented large investments in Mexico.
That's good news. Okay, changing the subject slightly, how do you feel about being selected as the first Mexican to be named president of AMCHAM?
Well, it's a great honor, great privilege, and also great responsibility.
Yes, of course.
To show and to demonstrate that Mexican executives, we have the size and the preparation to be as any other executives around worldwide. You know?
So do you put pressure on yourself to live up to that challenge?
First, I enjoy what I'm doing,
yeah.
And then I do have my own targets on what do I have to achieve.
Yeah.
And I think things are going okay right now, as of today, and hopefully they will continue like that.
Great. Is it to some extent an advantage in the sense that in the past non-Mexican presidents might have been hesitant to maybe criticize Mexican issues or?
I think it is an advantage because we do have the experience and the knowledge of our own country, and that helps a lot in order to how to facilitate the business running, how to facilitate communications with authorities. I do see it as an advantage.
Great, okay. How would you characterize AMCHAM's relationship with the US ambassador as well?
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. I think the U.S. Embassy has a seat on our board, and there's always someone there. We have a lot of support from Carlos Pascual, the current U.S. ambassador in Mexico, in a very, very good relationship.
And do you frequently consult with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce?
Yes. Yes, we both consult with each other. We have one program that is very interesting for Mexican companies and for U.S. companies also in Mexico. That is the visa program that only the American Chamber has in order to facilitate having the appointment for the visas of the employees of our members. So that's a great way of working together.
Fantastic. Okay. And does the current U.S. economic situation impact your strategy as an organization?
I don't see it like that, not yet. We are hopefully seeing more foreign investment coming into Mexico, and that of course benefits the American Chamber because that way we will have more members joining us.
Okay, great. Final question, can you offer us any insights into AMCHAM's annual convention next year?
Well, it's going to be held in March. I think it's going to be great. We have invited very, very top level executives and also government officials from Mexico and the U.S. for this first time. We hopefully have one very top executive from the U.S. also, and from Mexico, of course, we start inviting the president and some members of his cabinet. So it's going to be a very interesting one. And let me give you one premiere. We are also working on making the first U.S. week in Mexico. That the American Chamber is going to about to organize. That was an idea I had, and I think we're going to start working on that one for, I don't know, it's not going to be for the beginning of the year, but maybe for the second quarter of the year.
Oh, it'll be interesting to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, that will be very interesting because it's going to be dealing with different aspects, exhibition, different presentations from like executives or government officials.
Yeah.
Also, we will have food. We will have, like, to give you an idea, some U.S. restaurant coming to work, the chef in a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
Cultural also.
Fantastic.
So we expect to have a big event.
Sounds great. Sounds great. We look forward to that.
Yeah. I'll let you know when we have it already organized.
Thank you very much.